Alright guys, so I got this headache rack that I'm going to be putting on my truck here. It's a 2015 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. I got the headache rack from BACKRACK, and pretty much I just want some protection for my rear window because, as you can see by what's in my bed right now, I throw a lot of stuff in my truck and sometimes I can throw it like an idiot. And with my old truck, I hit my back glass a few times, never broke it, but this time I want to keep it well protected. As you can see here, it covers all the glass. It's got some tie downs on the side. I'm also going to be adding a toolbox, which is why I have these mounts here that are going to go on each side so that I can mount the toolbox. Why is this like this? Give me 1 second here. Is it coming through? Yeah, it's coming through. Okay. I'm gonna put my laptop right here. But pretty much, I'm gonna show you what I've already done. I've kind of set up, got all the hardware right here. Got sockets that I don't need. Put the sockets with the stuff that you use it for. Ratchet. It's really not that complicated. There's really only 3, mounting points. But also, in my side rail here, this hole was already open. This one was not. So I took a razor blade and cut this out. No big deal. I mean, there's supposed to be a hole there anyways. So went ahead and did that. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop up in the bed, get some of the hardware lined up, and I guess I got a viewer now. Horrible, probably. Pretty much the way this works, it's a no drill system. So they came up with this. You put it down in here just like that. Well, just like that actually. And then you put this plate on this side and then you bolt it all together. And there's kind of a little indent right there where it's supposed to set anyways, so that's where you want it to set. Washer first, then lock washer, then nut. You'll notice there's holes in this plate. That's because there's these little prongs that stick out on the other piece that should technically line up with those holes. But you don't want to tighten it all down until you get everything mounted down. So you just want to finger tighten it. And right now I'm just making sure that all those prongs are lined up with that plate. Just gonna do the same thing with the other side over here. I forgot to take that piece out. So they put these little rubber pieces in here so that dirt doesn't get inside your bed whenever you're not using those tie downs. I guess they're plastic, not rubber. Grab the other bit of hardware. And you don't want to tighten this down until you have pretty much everything put together. You just want to make it finger tight. If you do things slowly, you'll get a more harmonious outcome. So just take your time. Alright, so So this one seems to fit a little bit differently. There we go. That's the fit I was looking for. Okay, get this plastic piece out of the way. This one out of the way. So those brackets sit on there just like that. It looks like they are adjustable, you know, based on where you want your headache rack to sit. I'm gonna have mine setting right up against the cab as far as I can. The only reason I have it right there is just because I'm gonna mock it up before I decide to fasten everything together. So just give me 1 second here. I'll respond to a text. All right, so now the fun time. I'm gonna set this up into place. All right, so these bolts are gonna go in this manner so that you're not gonna cause any damage to the window or the cab. If you put them in this way, it will cause damage because this end's gonna rub against the cab. So this way it is. Give you washers and lock nuts. You just mount those on this side, but remember, you're not tightening everything down until the very end. Might have to take this down and put it together before I put it. Nope. This is almost done. Okay, so there's that one. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Pretty much the square part of this bolt, because this is a carriage bolt, this loop right here, this is what it's going to look like from the back. Remember, you're not putting a hole in from this side, but that square part of that bolt's just going to set in there. That way whenever you tighten it, you're not worried about putting a wrench on the other side. In fact, this whole system's pretty smart because you never really have to put a wrench on the other side. You only ever need one wrench on one side. Finger tighten that. Hop back up in here. Now, like I said, I only mounted it right here just to mock it up. I'm gonna pick the whole thing up and move it forward so that it's setting closer to the cab. I just wanted to be able to get this bolt in easier. So next step is just going to be for me to pick it up and move it. Let's see how much more I can hurt my shoulders and back. All right. Put some here there. Sorry for taking this stuff out of my truck before I tried this. Let's go to number 4. Yeah, I like that. It doesn't set too far forward. It sets like perfectly right on top. So I'll let you see that gap. So now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go around and tighten all the bolts, get it tightened up, and we'll see where this takes us. Actually, you know what? I got something faster than hand tools. Slow, fast. Now this isn't your normal impact you can get from Lowe's. This is one of those ones that, well, I guess you could get at Lowe's. But this is one of those ones that can take off and put on tires. So it can get real tight, real fast. Notice I'm not holding the trigger over excessively, I'm just kind of... Alright, let's swap out sockets. Ooh, almost lost that. I think they were 3/4. Pretty sure they were 3/4. So these top ones, I'm gonna have to hold in. Well, that's probably some major ear rapage. I might do those by hand, just to save your ears. It doesn't take that long by hand anyways. I mean, so far, it's taken like, what, 15 minutes, something like that. Almost there. We'll do one final tighten after I get the hardware on the other bolts and nuts. Oh, I just realized how much of a pain this is going to be. I have to go on a search, because for these ones you need a wrench. I don't have a wrench. Especially not a 15/16. Which means I'm going to have to go and search for a crescent wrench. Because, I don't know if you can tell, but that's just kind of in there. There's no top access, which is kind of annoying. Like, real annoying. Tight. Alright, so there's your finger tight. Even finger tight is still pretty freaking smooth. Got the wrench, it's a little bit rusty, but okay, yeah, you'll notice all my tools are black. That's because all my coworkers have chrome tools. Not too much of a fan of chrome tools, honestly. But the job that I do, chrome tools definitely show up easier when they're lost. I'll power up in there. That set back up right there. Bend this leg down a little bit. There we go. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So when you're looking at it, clockwise is righty or tighty. Counterclockwise is loosey. This is going to take a minute. I want to make sure that they're good and tight. Now, one thing that I didn't mention, and I didn't even realize until just now, but I'm glad that it worked out that way, is you want to tighten these down here first so that those little notches get set in these holes. and then you want to tighten this up here. Otherwise, if those little notches aren't in that hole, it doesn't get a good bite. All right, this one's starting to get tight. Lock washer smashed down. She's pretty firm. Put that out of my way. Scoot you guys over here. Remember that clockwise manner. They should cut an access hole for these or something, but I understand they're trying to keep the rigidity of everything. Alright, lock washer smashed down. It's almost there, almost tight. And I'm going to go through and do a once over again with the impact on those other two. It's going to be really loud. And I'm also in a very echoey garage, so that should be tight. I'm going to do it once again with this one. So those are pretty tight. Actually, I'm not going to use the impact. I'm just going to use the ratchet, tighten them the rest of the way down. Alright, so that's pretty smashed together. It doesn't want me to do it anymore. Going to do the same thing on the other side. Same thing there, pretty smashed together, doesn't want me to do it anymore. And I'm not going to force it to let me do more. Let that be a life lesson. If unwilling, don't do it. Okay, that's pretty tight. Same thing on the other side. Alright, that is done. She's on there pretty firm. I'm kind of happy with that. Take off this hoodie. So you know, no redneck's complete without some auxiliary lighting. I mean, how else do you light up a lady's world? So, somewhere in this truck of mystery, because if you know me, this truck is packed full of stuff. I have some more goodies. But I can't put them on. It's for a future project, probably tomorrow. I'm going to get everything laid out so that you guys can see what's going to be up. What's not going to be up. And if this is on YouTube, it's going to be a while from tomorrow because I suck at editing videos on time. But I'm going to get it all laid out so that you guys can see what's going on, what's happening. Like I said, this also didn't take as long as I thought it would. I was expecting this to take way longer. What was the other thing I was looking for? Amazon box. Because this is going to be a different setup than what most people have. This doesn't have anything to do with this. There. A laptop over here. Trying to get everything set up for you guys so that you just take a look at it. Because Some of this will be the first time I'm unboxing it. I'm also trying to keep a little bit neat. Grab a new. You're coming with me. Let me shut this door so I don't kill my battery. But I'm so excited. So, auxiliary lighting. I've always wanted cab lights on my truck. This truck does not have cab lights. My old truck didn't have cab lights. So I was walking around and I saw these. Not only are they LED lights, they give you amber side markers. So I'm going to put those on the outside of that headache rack near the 2 posts that go up vertically. And then this one, it's a bit of a wider setup. You can see it there. And these kind of, I don't know what you'd call them. Whatever you really want to call them. But these are amber and these are LEDs. So it's going to look something like that. So I'm going to put these closer to the middle, probably on each side of my 3rd light up there, one on each side, space them out kind of evenly. I'm thinking about getting rid of the BACKRACK decal, that stuff. I might put my own decal up there because I also have a decal business. But yeah, so that's that. Now, I'm not going to run these off of the truck's battery. That's where this over here is going to come in play. Like I mentioned, I got a toolbox. Toolbox is going to go up there. That's why I got the toolbox mounts. I haven't opened this yet. I don't know what this looks like. This is just something I found on Amazon on Black Friday. And I was like, I'll give it a try. And I've always wanted to do, or start, I shouldn't say I've always wanted to do, I wanted to start projects with renewable energy. So, get that out of the way. This hooks up to a cigarette lighter so you can charge a car battery with a solar panel, which is right here. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to find somewhere to mount this, whether it's on the back glass or on top of the toolbox that I'm putting on the truck or somewhere else. But I'm going to find somewhere to mount this. It's probably going to be on the inside of the back headrest. And it's going to keep my battery charged that I'm going to have in my toolbox or in my bed. And I'm going to use these. I'm just going to hook them up to the battery. You know, it's simple enough. It's a simple setup. Off the battery, I'm going to run the wiring. And then I'm going to have a wireless remote that I can control the lights with. It's going to have 4 different options. One of the options is going to be for the amber highlights on this light and this light. I'm just going to work them both at the same time. And then 2 of the options are going to be for these pods and these pods. Or maybe I'll wire them up all together. Unsure on that because I do have other LEDs that I am going to put on this truck. These are going to be forward facing. So those are going to be forward facing. I'm going to have some rear facing for the back, but I can't wait. This is going to be a tomorrow thing because I don't have all the LED stuff to set it up, but it's going to be sweet. I'm very excited. It had a pretty good rating on Amazon, so I figured I'd give it a try. I mean, even if it doesn't work, I have a battery charger and a jump pack, so, and LED lights don't really take that much draw, so as long as my battery has charge, it'll be fine. And if it doesn't have charge and I get in a bind, I always carry jumper cables. So, that is that. Gonna get those set up at some time. Don't know when. I hope this is still okay, still good on that. Yeah, can put all this away now. Over here. So next thing's next. Let's mount a toolbox. Yeah. Get you stood back up. Oh God, that's a terrible angle. I can't talk. So LED lights, future, possibly tomorrow morning. And the toolbox might also be a tomorrow thing. screen here, just because I'm worried that the hardware that I have for this is not going to work. It's big. It's black. Alright, let's hope all my junk that I have up here isn't in the way. That gas can's definitely in the way. Alright, let's get you out of the way. Need to get rid of that gas. It smells stale. That was really loud. This is my crate of goodies. It also works as a trash can. We'll set it someplace. I'll set it right there for now. Some of that stuff I don't need to be carrying right now. Okay. Next step. Send some little rubber. I'm sure this is a great angle of me. I'm sure everybody's getting a good view. Nope. They sent some little rubber pieces. These aren't ideal. I am going to replace them with something else, but it's what I got right now. So, actually I'm not even going to take them down. I'm just going to put them up here in the middle. Ish. As you can see, just like that. And what those are going to do is going to keep the metal separated so it doesn't rub on each other. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to set you right up here. Bend you down. Oh, it's an interesting view. Grab which side the handles are on. I didn't mock this up, so if this doesn't fit, I'm screwed. Oh, but guess what? It fits. It fits real good. Oh God, that slides really easily. And then, before I actually mount it, I want to open it. Oh, I knew I could have got that other toolbox. So to prevent my OCD from going off, I'm going to mount it all the way to the end. So I'm just going to make these flush so that it gives me room to open the toolbox all the way. Flush there. Just need to center it a little bit, get some rubber, and yeah, it's coming together nicely. It's also going to work as a seat. You know, I just realized I didn't buy a low profile toolbox. And that was one thing that I wanted. Well, frick. Might be taking the toolbox back. So it's not the one that I want. Well, that sucks. How bad is it for me to get in now? It's not too bad. Yeah. I'm sure it is coming together. It's starting to look more and more like a work truck, that's for sure. Kind of just admiring it at the moment. Let me hop up in there and take you guys for a quick view peek. View peek. View peek. Oh. Views, that's what I could use. So that's what she looks like with the toolbox on. This truck does get worked. It's not just a show truck. Obviously, I wouldn't be buying a toolbox. People that knows me knows that I work her. But yeah, so we'll see you guys later on. I think I'm gonna be gaming And I don't know what I'm gonna be playing yet. Gonna change it up a little bit from COD though. Maybe I'll give GTA a go again, I don't know. But I will see you all on the flip.